Did you know that there are laws in some cities where it is illegal to sit or lie down? Well, there are, and some people are dealing with it here. This is Oregon bill aims to largely ban these sit-lie laws. Here we go.
Weeks into a packed legislative session, Oregon lawmakers are considering a bill that takes aim at sit-lie ordinances. That's what it's called when cities try to ban people from sitting or lying on the sidewalk. These attempts are often lightning rods.
And incidentally, if you are a hipster and you are sitting on a sidewalk, you ain't got no problems. There's also no smoking laws in some cities. And again, hipsters that smoke, it's fine. It's all about homeless
For
people.
controversy and court challenges. Portland has tried it and failed. Grants Pass did the same thing. But the big precedent comes from Boise, Idaho.
Boise, Idaho, again. This seems to be the epicenter of American Western homeless
12 years
fights.
ago, a group of homeless people sued the city for ticketing them for sleeping outside. This even though Boise had a shortage of shelter beds. A judge in the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals ruled that qualified as cruel and unusual punishment.
So that was it. It was the Ninth Circuit ruled that it was cruel and unusual punishment.
And violated the Constitution. Now, Oregon's House Speaker says House Bill 3115 will largely force cities statewide to comply with that decision.
If you can't justify moving folks along because there's not enough shelter, then you have to have a different standard of how you treat them. And from my perception, that is more humanely.
House Bill 3115 still has to go through committee hearings and multiple votes before it can be law. That said, the timing is noteworthy. Until this week, that case out of Boise, known as Martin v. Boise, was ongoing. But Monday, the city announced it was dropping its latest appeal.
So again, they are giving up. Boise is not appealing this anymore. They're stopping their war against their homeless citizens this week. It's huge.
Officials are now pouring $1.3 million into opening new shelters.
Often it seems that these issues have been coming up in the past 10, 15 years or so as smaller communities are starting to see more people experiencing homelessness on their streets.
Joanne Zuhl is the executive editor.
That lady has my refrigerator.
Of Street Roots. The Portland paper has covered sit-lie ordinances in depth. She notes the Boise ruling and this Oregon bill could very well make these laws less prevalent. But House Bill 3115 does leave room for interpretation. It demands cities be objectively reasonable when considering new laws aimed at regulating camping or sleeping outside.
One reason why these sit laws are so contentious is because of the disparity between what people define as
And I think the lady on the left has my keyboard. What is going on around here?
And that perspective is weighted by whether or not you
No, it's a different keyboard.
are experiencing or have experienced homelessness.
Case in point, the city of Salem enacted a sit-lie ordinance last year, but promised to only enforce it once new shelter spaces were up and running. An official said Monday that hasn't happened yet. Maggie Vespa, KGW News.
All right, so this is happening fast. They are finding that it is, surprise, surprise, unconstitutional to just move people around constantly and antagonize people that have nowhere else to go. Shh, we're good. We don't need any more words. Huge, actually. This is amazing. This does not really do anything in Ohio. This is, this is a Western states thing. But if it is unconstitutional, then it's unconstitutional. All right. We need to continue watching this, but this is great news for the fundamental human rights of people that cannot afford to live anywhere else.